Hello and welcome to another support system tutorial. In this video, we're learning all about the user directory in organizations. The user directory is a CRM tool where all users and their data are stored. You can also group users together into organizations, which gives you the ability to enable ticket sharing and additional automations. The user directory is located in the Agent panel by selecting the Users tab. Users are automatically added to the directory anytime a ticket is submitted in the help desk with their email address. Users can be manually added as well by selecting Add User here. You can also import users via a CSV file or by copying and pasting a list when selecting Import. When selecting Add User, you have the option to first search their email address if you would like to know if they are already a user in the help desk, or you can go ahead and enter in their email address and name under Create New User. All tickets in the help desk are associated with the user's unique email address. Next, you can fill out any available fields. This form of fields can be customized from the user contact form and can also be set to required if necessary. The user's contact form is located within the admin panel under the Manage tab, then Forms. This information is saved in their user profile. After completing the form, you can select Add User. Now that the user is added, you can register their account. Registering them allows the user to log into the client portal where they will have access to all tickets associated with their email address. This includes tickets that they have submitted on their own, as well as any tickets that they are a collaborator on. If a user does not have a registered account, to keep up with tickets, they will either need to select Check Ticket Status from the client portal by entering in their email address and a ticket number, or they can keep up with the email thread from their email mailbox. The registration email includes a link to the help desk to finish setting up their account by setting a password. They can also set their time zone and language preferences from here. You have the option of manually activating their account as well, instead of sending an email to complete registration. To manually register the account rather than sending an email for your registration, you can uncheck the Send Account Activation email and then enter in the temporary password for the account. You can then relay this password to the user, and they will have the ability to log into the user portal with this password and their email address. Once logged into their user profile, the user will have the ability to go ahead and set their own password for the account. Now I'm going to the user portal to show you what the user sees when logged in. They will have access to all opened and closed tickets associated with their email address. They can select a ticket to view the entire ticket thread. Furthermore, when logged in, creating new tickets does not require filling out the contact information form, as this information is already associated with their user profile. Now going back to the user account in the Agent panel, from here you will see all tickets associated with their email address. You can easily create new tickets for this user by selecting New Ticket. You can also add internal notes to their account from the Notes tab. These notes are only visible to agents when viewing the account from here. You can always update the user's field information if necessary by selecting their name in blue. You have the ability to add additional fields to the contact information form, which is associated with every user account, or you can create a custom form to associate with specific accounts. To add a custom form to a user account, you will select the More button, then Manage Forms, then the form you would like to add. After saving changes, you will see the new fields available to edit. You have additional options available from the More button. This includes sending a password reset email, which sends the user an email with the link to the client portal to reset their password. Manage Account Access brings you to the same place as the Manage Account button. This is where you can manage the user's password and access. And lastly, you have the ability to add the user to an organization from here. You can select a pre-existing organization, or you can go ahead and create a new one. Before we dive into organizations, let's go back to the user directory. You can always search a user by their name or email address here. You can also set mass actions on accounts from here by checking the box next to the user's name, or selecting All at the bottom of the page to check all users on the page. Then you'll select the More button to perform actions on the accounts. These actions include adding the user to an organization, sending a password reset email, sending a registration email to complete the account setup, locking or unlocking their account, as well as deleting the account. You can export users into a CSV file by selecting Export at the bottom of the page. The last thing I will review on this page are the different statuses an account can be in. Guest means that they are not yet registered. Locked pending activation means that you have sent the registration email and are awaiting them to complete the account setup. An active registered means that they have already gone through the registration process. Now let's hop over to the organizations by selecting Organizations next to User Directory. Organizations are a way to group users together, for example, if they belong to the same company, group, or location. Organizations allow you to see all users that belong to the organization, as well as all tickets of all members within the organization in one place. To add an organization, you will select Add New Organization, then you can fill out any available fields. Just to note, you can also add additional custom fields to the organization form. Once complete, select Add Organization and save changes. This information is saved here in the organization and can always be edited later if necessary by selecting the organization name in blue. Please note, we encourage you to hold off on importing users from the user directory if you plan to add them to organizations. This is because it is easier to import users into each organization rather than importing them manually, then adding the user to the organization. From the Settings tab, you have additional configurations available. You can set an organization account manager, which is an agent or team of agents in the help desk. You can enable automatic assignment to the account manager for tickets created by any user belonging to the organization by checking the box next to auto assignment. Certain alerts and notices in the help desk can also be enabled and sent to agents selected as the organizational account manager. Primary Contacts is a place to add organization members for the purpose of ticket sharing or automatic collaboration to tickets within the organization. You can start by typing a user's name that belongs to the organization and they will pop up. Next, you can enable ticket sharing for either primary contacts or for all members of the organization. Ticket sharing allows users of the organization to view tickets of other users that belong to the same organization when they are signed into the user portal. Please note, primary contacts do not require being the ticket owner or a collaborator on the ticket to view these tickets. You can also disable this feature, and users will only see tickets that they own or are collaborators on. Next, you can enable automatic collaboration. You have the option to automatically add primary contacts or all organization members as collaborators to tickets created by members of the organization. This would allow other users access to tickets, including the ability to post a message by replying to the auto response or from the client portal. Lastly, you can automatically add users to an existing organization by entering in an email domain to automatically add anyone with a specific email domain to the organization as soon as the ticket is created by them or for them. You can list multiple domains or subdomains within each organization. From the Users tab of the organization, you will see all users associated with this organization, and you can see all associated tickets for these users from the Tickets tab. The Notes tab is a place where you can make additional notes that are only visible to agents from here. You can also remove users from the organization by checking the box next to their name, then selecting Delete. Please note, this simply removes the user from the organization and not from the user directory or help desk. And that's everything that you need to know about the user directory and organizations. For additional information, check out our documentation at docs.supportsystem.com, or as always, please feel free to send us an email or give us a call. We're happy to assist you in making happy customers.